Welcome to Motion Deep Dive. Unravel the magic behind the screen. All right, deep divers, welcome back.
Yeah.
Back for another deep dive.
Absolutely.
This time, we're getting into the explosive final act of Arcane, Season 2, Act 3.
Here we go.
Oh, man. And let me tell you, if you haven't seen it, you are in for a wild ride.
Big time.
But if you haven't listened to our deep dives into Acts 1 and 2, you really should go back and catch up first.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to spoil anything for you guys.
Yeah, this is your spoiler warning.
Major spoiler warning.
Full force ahead, Act 3 territory.
No turning back now.
Okay, so let's unravel this tangled web, shall we?
Let's do it.
Starting with Mel Medarda.
Mm-hmm.
We had gotten hints of her magical abilities earlier.
Right.
But seeing them unleashed in Act 3 was a real shock.
Oh, yeah, it was a game changer for sure.
All this time, Hextech has been like the dominant magical force in Arcane. So what does this new form of magic mean?
Exactly. That's the big question, isn't it? What does this mean for the world of Arcane? Like, we thought we knew the rules of magic in this world, but Mel's powers throw a real wrench in things.
Yeah, they do.
Critics are even saying this is a major expansion of Arcane's magical lore.
Really?
Yeah, suggesting that the source of magic in Runeterra might be way more diverse and complex than we initially thought. So it really challenges our understanding of magic in this world.
Wow.
And opens up like a whole new realm of possibilities for storytelling, you know?
It does.
It's exciting.
It is. And not to mention the reveal of Mel's connection to the Black Rose.
Yeah, that was a big one.
This Noxian organization we learned is like totally shrouded in secrecy.
Super secretive.
Known for its ruthless tactics and manipulation.
Not to be messed with.
So that adds a whole new layer of intrigue to Mel's character. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, is she really devoted to Piltover's progress?
Yeah.
Or does she have a hidden agenda?
Right. Is she playing both sides?
Tied to this shady organization.
Yeah, it makes you question everything we thought we knew about her.
It really does.
It's a fantastic development, honestly.
Yeah.
It adds so much depth and complexity to her character.
It does.
You know, it's like suddenly she's not just this ambitious politician.
Right.
There's something much more going on beneath the surface.
Yeah, much more.
It's really intriguing.
Speaking of intriguing, we have to talk about Echo.
Oh, yes.
And his Z drive. I don't know about you, but seeing the origin story
oh my gosh,
of this like time manipulation device,
the iconic Z drive,
was a real aha moment.
I know, right? I was on the edge of my seat.
I was too.
Like, finally we get to see where it all began.
And to think that something so powerful came from Echoes, like attempts to cope with the loss of Vander.
Heartbreaking.
And Powder becoming Jinx.
I know, right?
So heartbreaking, but ingenious at the same time.
It really is. It's like the writers took this tragic event and turned it into something so creative and innovative.
Yeah.
Critics are loving it, by the way.
Oh, I bet they are.
They're saying it's this brilliant way to tie Echo's personal journey into the larger narrative of Arcane, you know?
Yeah.
It highlights the cyclical nature of violence in Zaun and the huge impact of trauma on these young characters.
Yeah.
So it elevates Echo from just this skilled inventor to this symbol of resilience. Yeah. Someone who takes his pain and channels it into something that could maybe even rewrite the past. Right. You know?
Exactly.
And reshape the future.
It's powerful.
It is. It's really powerful.
And ties into this concept of multiple timelines and alternate realities. That emerges in Act 3.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing.
So think about Echo's journey through different realities, especially that one.
The one where
Powder never becomes Jinx.
Yeah, that was a tough one to watch.
I know.
Like, it's this glimpse into a world where tragedy could have been avoided.
Right. It makes you wonder, could things have really turned out differently?
That's the question, isn't it? Could things have been different?
Yeah.
It's a question that lingers throughout Act 3, I think. We see the weight of these choices.
Right.
And this agonizing question of whether fate can actually be altered or not.
Heavy stuff.
It is. It's a really powerful exploration of free will versus destiny.
Yeah.
It's a theme that resonates on, like, a personal level and also a societal level.
It does. Now, shifting gears a little bit.
Okay, where are we going now?
To another character.
Right.
Grappling with those difficult choices. Victor. His transformation into the Machine Herald has been a slow burn throughout the season.
Yeah, we've seen him struggling with his humanity.
We have.
The whole time, you know.
But then, Act 3 throws us a curveball.
A major curveball.
The reveal of future Victor.
Oh my God.
As the mysterious figure
I know
who gave Jace a rune as a child.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about mind-blowing.
That was a twist I did not see coming.
I did not see that coming.
It reframes everything. Like, suddenly Victor's actions, even the ones that seem villainous, have this whole new tragic element to them.
It's like he's not driven by power.
Right. It's not about that.
But by a desire to prevent this catastrophic future he's already seen.
Exactly. He's trying to save everyone, even himself, from this terrible fate.
It adds a whole layer of predestination to the story.
Definitely. It makes you wonder if his transformation was inevitable all along. Was he always going to become the Machine Herald?
It makes you wonder, is Victor really a villain?
Right. Is he the bad guy here?
Or is he a tragic figure?
Yeah.
Caught in circumstances beyond his control.
It's like he's trying to play this impossible game of chess against fate.
Yeah.
And he's just losing every move.
Critics are calling this twist.
Oh, yeah. They're loving it.
Really?
They're saying it adds nuance and complexity to his character.
Yeah.
It forces us to rethink everything we thought about ambition, about sacrifice, and the true meaning of glorious evolution.
Yeah.
Like, what does it even mean to evolve?
Right.
At what cost?
That's a good question.
I know.
It really makes you think about that fine line between good intentions and unforeseen consequences.
Especially when you're dealing with such powerful technology.
Right, exactly.
Like hex tech.
And speaking of technology.
Oh, yes.
We can't forget about one of the most anticipated reveals.
What's that?
The gauntlets.
Oh, the gauntlets. Yeah.
The iconic Hextech gauntlets. Yeah. Fans have been waiting for this.
Oh, I know the hype was real.
For so long.
Yeah.
And it did not disappoint.
No, it did not.
Seeing Psyche Race wield those weapons, a symbol of Zaun's ingenuity and her own strength.
Absolutely.
Those electric.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
She is.
With those gauntlets.
Yeah.
It's like,
and they're not just tools of destruction.
Right. It's deeper than that.
And represent her resilience, her connection to Zaun.
Her fighting spirit.
And her fierce determination to protect the people she loves.
Exactly. It's all embodied in those gauntlets.
Yeah, it's a testament to the show's ability to give objects meaning.
Profound meaning.
And connect them to the character's emotional journeys.
Absolutely. They're not just random gadgets.
They're not.
They're extensions of the character themselves.
Exactly. And those gauntlets become even more significant. In the context of V's complicated relationship with Jinx.
Oh, of course. The sister dynamic.
Their clash is a highlight of Act 3.
For sure. It's the culmination of everything.
It is.
That's been building up between them.
All those years of pain and resentment.
And longing.
And that desperate need for connection.
Yeah, it's all there in that final confrontation.
Their dynamic is like a microcosm of the larger conflict between Piltover and Zaun.
Right. It's the personal versus the political playing out on this grand stage.
It's a reminder that even amidst these huge political battles, personal relationships are at the heart of it all.
The heart of the conflict.
And speaking of conflict, that final battle, Piltover, Zaun, Noxus,
all clashing
in this whirlwind of chaos.
A visual spectacle.
And destruction.
It was insane.
Breathtaking and heartbreaking.
I know, right? I was like on the edge of my seat.
At the same time.
The whole time. It's like the showrunners just said, hold my beer, we're going all out.
Yeah.
And they did. They really did.
It was incredible.
It was amazing. The animation was incredible, capturing like all the raw emotion of each confrontation, you know, from Viac's attempts to reach Jinx to Jace's agonizing decision about Victor.
It's like Ambessa's downfall at the hands of her own daughter.
That was rough.
The casualties on both sides.
So many lives lost.
The sheer scale of the destruction.
Yeah.
It's a powerful reminder of the cyclical nature of violence.
Definitely.
And how even good intentions can lead to terrible consequences.
Absolutely. It's like that saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's that final scene. Fix and Caitlin seemingly plotting their next move amidst the wreckage.
Right.
And singed, like enjoying a twisted victory with his revived daughter, Oriana.
Oriana's back. It's an ending that leaves you breathless and wanting more.
Oh, absolutely. It's like they just dropped the mic and walked off stage.
He did.
You know,
it's brilliant.
It is. It really is.
But it's hard to categorize, right?
It is. It's hard to say if it's hopeful or tragic.
Yeah.
Or maybe a bit of both.
Yeah.
You know?
The critics are praising the ambiguity of it all.
Oh, yeah. They love that they're not given all the answers.
Right.
It makes the viewers really think about what they've just seen.
Grapple with the complexities.
Right.
And imagine what the future holds.
For these characters and this world they inhabit.
But that's what makes it so brilliant, right?
It is. It's that brilliance.
It sparks debate. It fuels those fan theories. Yeah, everyone's got a theory.
It leaves us with that delicious sense of wanting to dive deeper.
Deeper into the lore, into the characters.
Yeah,
deeper into everything.
Into this world.
Yeah, it's like they've given us a taste.
Yeah.
And now we're hungry for more.
Yeah. And that's what we're here for.
That's what we do.
Right.
We're here to unpack those complexities, explore those lingering questions, and try to make sense of the whirlwind.
Of the whirlwind.
That is the Arcane Season 2 finale.
So let's dive into some of those lingering questions.
Okay, hit me with them.
Like, one that's sparking a lot of debate is the fate of Jinx.
Oh, Jinx, yeah.
Did that shimmer explosion really mark her end?
Right. Did she make it out alive?
Or is there a chance she survived somehow?
Yeah. I mean, we see that airship taking off.
Right.
Who's to say she's actually on board?
Right. Maybe she found a way to escape at the last minute.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's out there somewhere embracing the chaos.
Yeah.
And forging her own destiny.
It's Jinx. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
You know?
The ambiguity surrounding her fate is brilliant.
It's a stroke of genius.
It is.
It keeps the conversation going.
Yeah.
Long after the credits roll.
Way after.
Like, some critics are saying
that
her survival would kind of undermine the emotional impact of her apparent sacrifice.
Right. Hey.
But others are arguing that her unpredictable nature
makes it impossible
to rule anything out.
Yeah. It's like the writers have given us this puzzle box.
I love that analogy.
And we're left to piece together the clues and come up with our own theories.
Exactly. We become part of the storytelling process.
I love that.
And that's what makes it so engaging, right?
Yes. And speaking of ambiguous fates.
What about Warwick?
Oh.
We see him jump into the shimmer with Jinx, but given his regenerative abilities, do you think he could have survived too?
I mean, it's Warwick.
Right.
He's practically indestructible.
Right.
But then again, the shimmer's energy is chaotic.
Yeah.
And unpredictable.
Unpredictable.
So who knows? Maybe it overwhelmed even his resilience.
Right.
Or maybe it mutated him even further.
Oh.
You know?
Creating an even more monstrous form.
An even more powerful Warwick.
Oh, wow.
And then there's the question of Vander's consciousness. Is it still in there somewhere?
Right.
Could it resurface if Warwick survives?
What if Warwick retains Vander's memories and emotions?
Wow.
Struggling with this monstrous form he's trapped in.
That would be tragic.
It would be so tragic.
And so compelling to see him wrestling with that duality.
I know.
You know?
Like, is he Vander or is he Warwick?
Right.
Or some twisted combination of both?
Oh, I love that.
It's a fascinating possibility.
It is.
You know, it speaks to these themes of identity and transformation that run throughout Arcane.
It does.
That blurred line between humanity and monstrosity.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so while we're on the topic of transformations, we can't ignore the shift in Victor and Jace's relationship.
Right, their friendship or former friendship.
Yeah. They went from best friends and scientific partners to enemies.
Fighting for the fate of their city.
It's a classic tale.
It is.
Of ambition, betrayal, and the consequences of unchecked progress.
It's a cautionary tale, isn't it?
It is.
Like, it reminds us that even the best intentions can have these devastating outcomes.
They can.
You know?
And the fact that Jace, the champion of progress, is the one who has to make the decision to seemingly end Victor's life.
That was heartbreaking.
That scene.
To see him make that choice.
Stays with you.
It does. It really does.
It's a testament to the show's ability to create characters that are flawed.
Right. It's not perfect.
But sympathetic.
They're human, you know?
Yeah.
They make mistakes.
They do.
They have regrets.
And that makes their struggles even more compelling.
Absolutely. Because we can relate to them on some level. You know?
Yeah. We understand Jace's desperation to protect Piltover.
Even if it means sacrificing his friendship.
Even if it means making that ultimate sacrifice.
Exactly.
And we see Victor's descent as he tries to control this power.
This power that ultimately consumes him. It's a classic, tragic arc.
It is.
You know, like Icarus flying too close to the sun.
Yeah. That revelation.
Oh, yeah.
That future Victor was the one who gave Jace the rune.
As a child.
Adds a whole new
layer.
Dimension to their conflict.
Of complexity. It's like their destinies were intertwined from the very beginning.
It adds this layer of inevitability.
Right, like it was always going to end this way.
To their tragic confrontation.
It's a brilliant twist.
It is.
That makes us question everything.
Everything.
We thought we knew.
About their relationship.
Was Victor manipulating Jace all along, or was he genuinely trying to help him?
To guide him.
Yeah.
Down a different path.
A path that would avoid that catastrophic future.
Wow, so many questions.
So many questions.
It's a question that speaks to the nature of time travel and the ripple effects.
The butterfly effect.
Of choices.
Right. Every little choice.
Did Victor have any free will in his actions?
Or was he just a pawn in some grand cosmic game? You know?
It's a question.
Yeah.
Philosophers have been debating.
For centuries.
And Arcane manages to weave all of these weighty themes into this compelling, emotional
narrative. Yes. It's not just a philosophical treatise.
No.
It's a story that grabs you by the heartstrings.
And speaking of grabbing the heartstrings, we have to talk about that tender scene between Six and Caitlin.
Oh, in the jail cell.
In the jail cell.
That was beautiful.
It was so beautifully done.
It was such a powerful portrayal of intimacy and connection amidst all the chaos.
It's like amidst all the destruction and heartbreak, there's this little pocket of peace.
Of peace and love.
You know.
It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love and hope
can still flourish. They can still exist.
Yeah, it's a powerful message.
It is. Yeah. Critics are praising the
they are.
Scenes.
Yeah.
Authenticity and sensitivity.
Right. It's not gratuitous. It's just pure emotion.
They're highlighting its importance.
Right. It's so important.
For LGBTQ representation.
To see this kind of representation on screen, it's a big deal.
A testament to the show's commitment to portraying these diverse relationships.
With care.
With care.
And respect.
And it's a scene that speaks volumes.
I know, right? You don't even need dialogue. It's all there in their eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
We see the vulnerability, the trust, the unspoken understanding.
It's just pure connection.
And it's that reminder that love can exist.
Yeah.
Even in
the most
unexpected places.
Yeah. Unexpected and even dangerous places.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a beacon of hope.
It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there's still light.
A testament to the power.
The enduring power.
Of human connection.
Of love.
And it sets the stage for what could be an incredible journey for those two characters.
As they move forward.
From this
it's like
of all the fallout.
Oh, right.
The fallout. We can't forget about that.
We can't.
The ending of Act 3 doesn't just leave us with emotional wreckage.
It throws the whole political landscape into turmoil.
Oh, for sure.
Ambess's death.
Yeah.
The council in disarray.
No one knows what's going to happen next.
Piltover is ripe for a power struggle.
Absolutely. There's a vacuum at the top.
So who will step up?
That's the big question.
To lead the city.
Will it be Caitlin?
Right. Will it be Caitlin? Trying to bridge the gap.
Trying to create a more just and equitable society.
A better future for everyone.
Or will it be someone new?
Someone more ruthless.
Yeah.
Someone who will exploit the chaos for their own gain.
For their own personal gain.
Yeah, it's a scary thought.
It is.
But it's a very real possibility.
The possibilities are endless.
That's what makes Arcane so great.
It is. It leaves us with that sense of anticipation.
Yeah.
Wondering what's next.
Right, what's going to happen.
For Piltover, for Zahn,
for all the characters.
All the characters, like they've set up all these dominoes, and now we're just waiting to see
them fall.
How they all fall.
Yeah.
It's going to be epic.
And it's not just the characters' fates that are uncertain.
Right, there's so much more at stake.
The ending of Act 3 throws the future.
Oh, yeah.
Of magic and technology.
That's a question.
Victor's glorious evolution.
May have been stopped.
For now. But the
Hextech. The Hextech is still out there.
Yeah, it's out in the world.
Along with the knowledge.
Right, the knowledge of how to create it.
So what does this mean?
Exactly. What does this mean for the balance of power?
The balance of power.
In Piltover and Zahn.
That's a good question.
Yeah, like will Hextech be used for good?
Right.
For progress?
Yeah.
For healing?
Will it be a force for good in the world?
Or will it become a weapon?
Right.
A tool for destruction?
Oh, will it further fuel the conflict?
Yeah, that's the big question.
It really is.
Like, we've opened Pandora's box.
Yeah.
And there's no going back.
So who will control it?
Yeah. Who's going to be in charge of this powerful technology?
That's a great question.
And how will it shape the future?
The future of Runeterra.
Of everything.
Will we see a new generation
of
innovators?
Maybe inspired by Victor and Jace?
Yeah, who are determined to use it for good.
Yeah, to learn from their mistakes.
To learn from those mistakes.
And create a better world.
Or will we see this scramble for power?
Oh, right.
With different groups vying for control.
Yeah, each trying to use Hextech for their own selfish purposes.
Leading to more conflict.
More chaos. More instability.
It's a question with no easy answers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
It will.
Yeah.
And let's not forget about Noxus.
Yeah, ever-looming threat of Noxus.
Their invasion may have been repelled.
For now.
But their ambition.
Their hunger for power.
Is still there.
It never goes away.
So will they regroup?
Yeah.
And launch another attack?
Or will they find more subtle ways?
Right, to infiltrate.
To manipulate.
You exploit the chaos in Piltover and Zahn.
They're always playing the long game.
They are.
You know, Noxus is like a viper, just waiting to strike.
It's a constant reminder.
Yeah.
Peace is fragile.
So fragile.
And there's always that danger lurking in the shadows.
Of someone
right.
seeking to exploit.
To take advantage of
any vulnerability.
For their own gain.
Yeah, it's a reminder that the fight for freedom.
The fight for freedom.
Autonomy.
Is never truly over.
It's a constant struggle.
Act 3 leaves us with a world
in flux. Yeah, everything's up in the air.
Where those lines between heroes and villains
are blurred.
Where the consequences
of choices
have these ripple effects.
Shaping destinies.
Altering the course of history.
And it's this complexity, this ambiguity.
The refusal to give us easy answers.
That makes Arcane so compelling.
So thought-provoking.
It's a work of art.
It really is.
It's a show that doesn't just entertain.
Right. It goes beyond that.
It challenges us.
To think critically.
To think critically.
About the world around us.
About the choices we make.
About our own actions.
About the consequences of those actions.
And ultimately about what it means to be human.
It's a show that stays with you.
Oh, yeah.
Long after.
The credits have rolled.
It sparks conversation.
It inspires fan theories. It makes you want to talk about it. It makes you want to go back and rewatch it.
It does.
To catch all the details you might have missed.
And it leaves you with that sense of wonder.
What's going to happen next?
And anticipation for what's next.
I know, right? Like, where do we go from here?
Yeah, where do they go from here?
I need season 3, like, yesterday.
Right. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Act 3 of Arcane, I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, let's hear it.
What stood out to you the most?
What are you still thinking about?
What are your hopes?
What are your fears?
And fears for these characters.
Your future.
And this world.
Yeah, because ultimately the power of Arcane lies not just in the animation or the plot or the characters, but in its ability to make us think.
Yeah.
To spark our imaginations.
Yeah.
To make us feel things.
Yes.
You know, it's a show that invites us to be part of the story.
To become active participants.
Exactly.
It's a show that reminds us that the best stories are the ones that stay with us.
The ones that we keep talking about.
That leave us with more questions than answers.
The ones that challenge us.
Ones that make us think and feel deeply.
Exactly. The ones that stay with us long after the credits roll.
And with that,
yeah,
we'll leave you to ponder.
The mysteries.
The mysteries of Arcane.
To come up with your own theories.
And to eagerly anticipate what the future holds.
For this captivating world.
Until next time, fellow deep divers.
Keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
And keep the conversation going.